right. Welcome to this episode of the Nonsensical Knowledge Podcast. We are back, and first and foremost, we want to let everyone know that Irv is now a full-time partner for the team.
Let's go.
For the Nonsensical Knowledge Podcast, and he'll be doing his own content and shit like that, and bringing you all the weird shit. Second of all, we are going to run a giveaway. Right, so if we hit 500 subscribers, we're going to do a $100 Amazon gift card. So make sure you smash that subscribe button, hit the like button, make sure you give us a follow. Anyways,
let's
Irvin,
go. What's
good,
up,
bro?
Chilling, man.
Yeah, we're back. We're back again.
Back another week. Let's go.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, man, how quickly shit just goes nuts out here.
We're on a hyperloop now.
It's quick. It's super quick, man. Like what it just to start off, like just obviously the presidential election's going on. They just announced all the VPs and shit like that.
Yeah.
And that's bringing a whole whirlwind of shit with it. And then there's war going on. World War fucking 3 is happening right now.
Our turn.
Right.
It's crazy, bro. It's wild. I love this. We got so much shit to talk about all the time.
And it's and to think about it, like we just met up. What was it? Our last episode of you and I together was 2 weeks ago. You know, and it really wasn't like that long ago. And here we are with all kinds of fresh new stuff. It's insane, man. It's like the shit that's going on in the Middle East alone. If no one's paying attention to that, we're in trouble, bro. We're sending troops over there. We're sending ships over there, like, and it's all buried by nonsense. It's all buried by the Olympics, or it's all buried by, what is it? They're not even talking about the riots in the UK like that.
No. It's the world's really on fire. It's a different time. It's especially the Middle East, man. I was watching a video yesterday, just some of their precision bombs, man. It was just like blowing up apartment buildings, like people in them.
Didn't give a fuck.
Just how the velocity they were coming down, you couldn't even see it on the video.
It's like raining missiles.
You gotta slow-mo it to see it, but it's blowing up like a whole block of people and kids, dogs, cats, whatever, your pet turtle, like everything, just annihilated.
Yeah, it's incredible how easy it is to push those buttons for people.
Yeah, you're in a drone, whatever. Or,
it's only human life.
Yeah.
But, and that's kind of what's, like, it's crazy, too, because the governments are stoking the fires. So, like, we were just talking about it a little while ago. We have an entire list of shit that we didn't even touch on yet. Like, I've been sending you articles all week. You've been sending me articles. And it's like the assassination attempts or not even attempts. They did it.
Yeah, they did it.
They did it, bro. Like, Israel hasn't, what is it? They're taking responsibility for it. But they whacked out a dude, what was it, a senior commander or something like that, or at like the presidential shit in Iran.
Directly.
Like, homie was in a compound. This was like some straight Secret Service, like spy movie shit.
Really was. I think, didn't someone crash in a helicopter too in Iran, I think, not too long ago?
Recently?
Yeah, maybe a couple months ago.
No shit.
An important person, they were saying, Israel took it out.
Right? Yep. Yeah, it was another commander or something like that.
Yeah, top commander. Yep. Going up to see, like, just in Iran, like, nothing.
Yeah. Well, that was what's to just break it down for everyone, like, what's insane about this assassination, just the one, and like, homeboy was invited over there for the new president's inauguration or whatever they do over there, and they whacked him out in a compound, like a villa where it was like a presidential villa. Like, he had he had guards, they had all kinds of shit, and they still got him.
Oh, that's why Iran is like, it's on now.
Iran is pissed because of that reason. So they essentially are like, yo, we're responsible for this guy.
Yeah.
With, I think it was he a Hezbollah dude?
Yeah.
He was a Hezbollah dude, right? We're responsible for this guy. He was in our custody, on our protection, and Israel went into Iran. Somebody did it.
I know.
Somebody did it.
Do you think we're doing some of it?
Absolutely. You don't think the CIA's up in that shit? Don't get it twisted. Do I feel like it? What is it? The Mossad over there?
Mossad,
is Israeli? Excuse me. They rival any intelligence agency in the world, bro.
Yeah.
Don't get it fucked up.
No.
They're old as shit, and they're just like the CIA. They'll go and do the poison, and they'll go and do the, they'll shoot you with the ray gun, bro. Give you the fucking. Yeah.
You're like, toast. Yeah, I remember they put the virus into Iran's nuclear program, like all their computers. Like, how'd you get somebody in there to do that? Just blew up all their electronics, basically, without a bomb. Just set them back.
But that's a cyber bomb.
Yeah.
It's the same concept. It's like it's a bunch of malware and viruses and shit like that, and you're hacking into their database, and
the shit's a movie, bro.
It's a movie.
The shit's a movie.
This is real life shit.
It's people really die in this shit, though. But
that's where it's super crazy, because it's like when as far as I know, Israel killed like one of the dudes that they were having talks with. Like they were in like progressive talks to end the shit, you know what I mean? And they whacked him out. So right now I think it's weird because I get it. Palestine or excuse me, let's refrain from that. But Hezbollah or Hamas, Hamas attacked that rave and set it off. Right, like I don't want to say they set it off at that moment, but they did such an act of terror or such an act of war that now Israel is like, nah, we got to eliminate them. But the problem is they see Palestinians as Hamas
and Hezbollah, and you might as well just be everything,
right?
If you're not Israeli. I know, and then we have like the Democrats are like hating Israel, which is crazy. And then the Republicans are like on the Christian side of it, like they're God's chosen people. We're riding with them. Yeah, they're fighting God's war. And
what would you consider the U.S. a Christian nation?
Nah.
I would.
Yeah. Well, technically, yeah, we don't follow those principles.
We don't follow necessarily, like, but on the face of it.
We're under the flag, though.
On the face of it, we are the melting pot, and everything is welcome. But let's be real here. Every single U.S. president rolls on that Christianity tip.
That's true.
So, and not only that, but they're backed by the big churches. They're backed by it's almost like a requirement for them to go out there and say,
that is true.
Thank God. Like I don't know if you ever seen that Netflix documentary. It might be on there still, but it was called like The Family or something like that. Mm-hmm. And it was like a group that almost like took people out of like Harvard, Yale, all in big places. And what they would do is they would like educate them and breed them to be like assistants to politicians. Like they're in the spot, but they're carrying that message of Jesus Christ. I have to see. Let me see if I can look it up real quick.
That's serious. I mean,
but they
highly plausible.
They've had like so many like they had a lot of influence over presidents.
Yeah, I don't think we've had any non-Christian presidents. I mean, they made a big deal out of JFK because he was Catholic. And Biden, he's not rolling with it. So
this is The Family, this is the Netflix. If anybody's gonna check it out, but it's an enigmatic conservative Christian group known as The Family wields enormous influence in Washington D.C. in pursuit of its global ambitions. And this is like an ongoing organization. So I'm going to punch in The Family.
So is it a show or is it like looking at actual people that are in DC?
All right, so let's see here. The Family. Nope, that's the wiki for that. Let's see if we can find a Wikipedia. The Family Christian Group.
The Family.
So it's called the Fellowship. It's called the Fellowship Christian Organization. My wiki.
FCO.
So the Fellowship, incorporated as Fellowship Foundation and doing business as the International Foundation, also known as the Family, is a U.S.-based nonprofit religious and political organization founded in April 1935 by Abraham Vereide. The stated purpose of the fellowship was to provide a fellowship forum where decision makers can attend Bible studies, attend prayer meetings, worship God, experience ritual affirmation, and receive support. The fellowship has been described as one of the most politically well-connected and one of the most secretly funded ministries in the United States. It shuns publicity, and its members share a vow of secrecy. The fellowship's former leader, the late Douglas Coe, and others have justified the organization's desire for secrecy by citing biblical admonitions against public displays of good works, insisting that they would not be able to tackle diplomatically sensitive missions if they drew public attention. The fellowship holds one regular public event each year, the National Prayer Breakfast, which is in Washington, D.C. Each sitting United States president since Dwight D. Eisenhower has participated in at least one National Prayer Breakfast during his term in office. So every single president, including Barack Obama, everyone else, the Bushes, all at this Christian organization's prayer breakfast.
Yeah, the National Prayer Breakfast is huge. I didn't know the backstory for it. I just thought it was just religious people get together, they pray.
A lot of people don't know this shit.
Yeah. Every year, though, every president.
Yeah, every single president. Yeah. And this dude, Douglas Coe, let me go back to him and click on him real quick. But Douglas Coe, he was like the main proponent of the guy, right? And Coe has been referred to as the stealth Billy Graham. So like he was like behind the scenes, but he was literally like almost like friends with every single president since Dwight D. Eisenhower. Well,
they're pushing anti-abortion. They're pushing the non-transforming kids, like just religious views. So they're driving that platform. That's their platform, basically.
Well, then you look at Project 2025 as well. So if you look at Project 2025 as well, that is really religiously pushed. So like that's going back to like all super conservative Christian values.
Yeah.
Right. So when it comes down to like wondering if the United States is actually a Christian government, well, it's kind of weird, dude. We're never ever fighting with the Muslims.
No.
We're always fighting against them. And these are wars that have been going on since the fucking Crusades and prior.
Yeah, prior. I mean, that's really the ultimate end goal, bro, is Armageddon for them.
Armageddon.
It's what they're looking for, for Jesus to crack the sky, come back and take his people and destroy all the evil ones, non-believers.
Yeah.
So,
well, at what point does that happen? So here's my thought to it is it's like this shit never happens, and then we're still saying Jesus is coming. Well, everybody's fucking dead by nuclear fallout, dude.
It's a wrap.
Well, it's a wrap. What new God, what new person are you going to be saying when?
It's really tough, bro, because it's like I'm getting to the point where I'm like, religion is a big driver of all this violence.
Mm-hmm.
And you were talking about the Anunnaki and all of that in previous episodes, but it's like it's starting to make sense to me. Like, okay, these are your people. This is your God. These are your people. This is your God. Like, if you wanted to create division, that's what you're gonna do.
You're gonna do it,
and it's a rabbit hole, man.
And let's stress one thing: when God says it to someone, when someone has such a faith, and we're not knocking people for their faith.
No.
Do your thing, but at the same time, when someone is willing to go, look at if we look at 9/11 on the face of it, those suicide bombers believed so much that their God or Allah was going to give them paradise and the 100 virgins and everything else, whatever they say it is, that they would do something like God willed that.
Yeah, it's really,
it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, God willed that. I was listening to a YouTube video last night. I don't remember his name, but he was breaking it down. Like, he was talking about the Bible and like stories, and it made so much sense. Just like Abraham was not. They were talking about the creation of man, so like we take it as literal stories, but the books were mixed up.
Sure.
To make sense.
Yeah.
Like for whoever wanted, to push that forward. But it was like, this is a story of origin of man and like how we got going and extraterrestrials, coming in. It's funny I say that to my Christian family, like, heaven's in a different place, right? So that could be an exoplanet, correct?
Yeah.
Right?
Totally possible.
It's still within what it says in there. They go somewhere else, you travel somewhere else, you come here, angels come here.
And there's always the main one. So it's always like the Jesus figure.
Yeah.
Or the Enki or the Enlil, so it's like same concept.
Same.
You're telling me a dude's coming from the sky.
Yes.
Let's not put a name and a face to it. But he's coming down here and he's helping. And he's bringing us knowledge. He's bringing us food, whatever.
We don't have water. Here's water. Or like giving us some ways and structures to live by, like to have a good society. Yeah. But they're like, I don't believe in UFOs. I'm like, it's clearly saying that. They're coming from somewhere else.
You know what bugs me about that is the shit is fiery chariots coming from the sky.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's totally within the realm of possibility. But if it's not like a chariot, it's a flying saucer, or it's something, an interdimensional being, some weird shit.
Yeah.
It's unacceptable.
Which is crazy to me.
But the Pope did acknowledge that, like, the Pope did come out and say some shit. I can't exactly remember what he said about the UFOs, and like it was when like all the UAP videos were coming out. They were talking about, let's get them baptized.
Yeah. Catholic Church is like, it's great. We can expand our faith.
Yeah.
which is real, but they know. I mean, the Vatican had one of the sickest telescopes on the planet.
If anyone knows what the real story is, it's the Vatican.
It's the Vatican.
Just because, and imagine that, like all of world history, all of our real past, all of our our purpose in a sense, is all controlled by the person that's pushing the information, the religion.
By order of the king. This is your new religion.
This is your new religion.
Or you can get burned to death or
stretched out
or fill a stake or guillotined or hung. Like I think I believe this shit actually.
That's why I catch a lot of shit though, Irv, because like a lot of people are like, why would so many people believe so much? And I was like, well, think about it like this, right? So if your family was under persecution and they said, oh wait, that's heresy. You don't believe in God? Oh, okay. Well, we're going to take your dad and we're going to put him on the rack and we're going to stretch him out and we're going to put him in shackles, chains, all this other shit. And he's going to come out and he's going to believe. Right?
Yeah.
So, because they get on that shit and they're like, nah, I believe. After a certain point, you're going home to your kids and being like, look, you have to believe this or we're going to get in trouble. And after so long, you don't have to do it anymore. You don't have to hurt nobody anymore. Hundreds and hundreds of years.
So you're like, oh, they're good.
Yeah.
We're good with that.
It's literally institutional. It's like being institutionalized.
Yeah, it really is. Like, I believe, like, the religions do have good principles and they do help certain.
For sure.
They help people, right?
For sure.
Like, for me, though, I'm more on, like, okay, like, creator shit. Like, okay, there's a creator to the universe, or a sum of everything is creation together. And it's like, that's been more pure for me. Like,
Well, it feels. How does it feel? It feel like, because like when you look on, like, and this is what I tell people too, is like, how does it feel inside of you when you come to that realization? Because to me, when I feel it, because I kind of have the same idea, is that we're stardust, man.
Yeah.
We're part of this weirdo fucking ant farm of a universe, and we're all connected. We all came from the same matter, you know? But it's, you know, to me, we have to acknowledge that. And when I say that, it's like, all right, that feels right.
Yeah.
That feels okay. When I say, okay, well, I got some guy in the sky watching me 24/7, constantly judging me by my sins, judging me by my life experience. And we're not talking about like the little kids in Ethiopia starving from fucking malaria water and the constant rapists and the shit that God ain't supposed to let happen.
Yeah.
You know, that's where I get fucked up, you know, is because that doesn't feel right, you know. And the universe, obviously, I don't know why the universe allows all that shit also, but I think that's
the same token.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, like, what if I just was thinking, like, it's not really, we just move through planes, right? So a baby dies. Like, to us, very tragic. But to like the universe, they're just transitioning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that rationale kind of like, oh, that kind of makes, it wouldn't matter. Like, boom, you're done. Like, but you're going over to this next plane.
Yeah.
Or whatever, or you're going to try.
I've kind of had the same thought process with death.
Yeah.
Because like if we really break it down, we can only see so much around us, right? Our eyes are only visualize so many signals. Our brain can only see in certain spectrums. I feel the same way with death. Like you know that energy is still there. You know how when someone passed away, and you can still feel them. Yeah. You know what I mean? You can still feel them. They're here. You know, but they're not physically here. It's like almost like, yeah, man, we just can't see you anymore.
Yeah, that's quantum entanglement, bro.
You could be walking right past me in your dimension.
Yeah,
there could be a whole nother existence happening around us, and we would never be able to know.
Never,
because we can't see it.
Which is that's wild out. I just like those questions, like we talked about science and how people are like, oh, you can't. That's crazy. We were talking about like you can't have questions like about science, about religion or whatever. But like we're down for the questioning, man. It's like asking these questions, I feel like opens up the real universe to you, like instead of just towing the line or believing what you were.
Do you believe in the Akashic Records?
No, I never heard of it.
Shut the fuck up! Come on, bro. Stop it, Irv.
No, never heard of it.
Now I can't fuck it up, so I gotta fuck.
All right, look it up.
So the Akashic Records, essentially. So this is the Akashic Records. In the religion of theosophy and the spiritual movement called anthroposophy, the Akashic Records are a compendium of all universal events. So it's a collection of all universal events, thoughts, words, emotions, and intent ever to have occurred in the past, present, and future.
Okay.
So like what you were just saying is like, it's almost like you're tapping in to what's already there. You already feel like you know it's there because
correct,
you are a part of the Akashic Records. So when you get to a certain plane of existence, you get to tap in, and that's how they say like a lot of these geniuses or mathematical, like these mathematicians that came up with like groundbreaking shit, like they tapped in to this record of information that was already there. Yeah. You know, and but it says or future in terms of all entities and life forms, not just human. They are believed by theosophists to be encoded in a non-physical plane of existence known as the mental plane. There is no evidence for the existence of the Akashic Records, and rigorous scientific research in this field has seen little traction. But
I'm gonna dig in. I'm gonna dig in for sure, because that's true. Like, we've been here forever. Like, okay, if you break it back to the singularity, like everything a pinpoint in the universe before it explodes. Like, we've been here.
Yeah,
we're ancient.
And if we're connected on that plane of existence and like physically connected, which obviously all human beings are, then why wouldn't we be able to tap in? It's almost like DNA memory, bro. Yes. It's like, it's almost like muscle memory in a sense. Like humans have already gone through this. It's the same reason why we got to like watch out for big cats. It's like we learn to evolve and shit. And then that shit goes in the DNA record. Boom. Mm-hmm. So why wouldn't we be able to tap into that if all of our lineage goes back to the same source anyway?
Well, that's those vibrations. That's why the negativity, the division, like the goal is that we don't tap in. Yeah, sure. The goal is that we don't tap in. We stay confused. We stay in pain. We stay eating bullshit. We stay, you know what I mean? Like it's not meant for us on this prison planet to experience that.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we were ever meant to.
No.
So if we go with the Anunnaki shit, we were always meant to just be miners and physical work beings, which is weird. We're the only fucking species that pays to live on this planet, or works to pay to live on this planet. That shit right out. But we were never meant to be smart. We were never meant to make decisions. We were never meant to get the fuck off the planet. We were never meant to exceed a certain idea or a certain platform, because we were always, look, again, when we look at it at a grand scheme of things, we are fleas. We are tiny microscopic beings on a marble, bro, floating through the universe. So we were never meant to get there, but now here we are. Humans got to that point, and that's why I feel like civilization has been reset so many times. Like we've had so many great floods, or civilization has gotten to points where they were sophisticated civilizations, and then some happened, some restarted it.
They're talking about the 12,000 year cycle now. Like it's here or it's coming. Elon's been talking about it too. Like, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah.
Like all the celebs building bunkers and it's like, okay.
Somebody's got to know something. So there's no coincidence that everybody with money is building bunkers, or what's weird too is it's like, just for like in pop culture, for example, like 50 Cent. I don't know if anybody follows 50 Cent on Instagram, but like we follow 50 Cent on Instagram because he's a funny
That's a great follow.
He's a funny motherfucker, and he is petty as shit. But anyways, he's motivational too. But
he is.
In few of his posts, if you go through them, like he was like, yeah, the world's ending anyway. Fuck it. You know what I mean? And I'm like, that's just weird.
Why would you say that?
Why would you say that? And it could be a joke. It could be, whatever. But at the same time, like, they got to know something, bro. Yeah. Somebody's got to know something.
Yeah, the Tower of Babel. They're saying like, oh, we reached a certain point. They're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Split. Like, start over. Like, that's in the book. That's in all the books. Like, whoa, you're getting ahead of yourself. Like,
yeah, and think about it, if there really is like I guess like in the form of the Anunnaki idea,
Galactic Federation,
bro. That what's so surprising is I'm honestly surprised we never really got into that.
We have it on the podcast,
right? Because there are motherfuckers that say that they were a part of like a Galactic Federation.
Why can't there be one?
I think there is one.
Yeah,
they have an official position at the UN. So for that,
who the point person?
Yeah,
we should see who the person is now.
Let's see who we got. UN.
Take me to your leader
position. Oh, let's get this. Yeah, so United Nations
Galactic Federation.
what would it be? It would be position.
This is gonna be great. See their background.
Position. Extra terrestrials. Let's see what we got. So there's a director of Office for Outer Space Affairs. As to what role let's see here. The Office for Outer Space Affairs implements the United Nations program on space applications and works to improve the use of space science and technology for the economic and social development of all countries, particularly developing countries. So I would imagine, like, you know, that'd be the guy, or they would send him like Space Force shit now.
Let's be real, it's not all countries. Like, come on, UN. That sounds good though.
It sounds great.
Definitely, you're not repping all nations.
Hell no, bro. You ain't got no money.
Yeah,
Oh, you better come with that money.
Yeah. That's our body. That's who is appointing a person. It's like, come on, man.
But really, who handles that? You know what I mean? Like, it's so funny when you, like, imagine an extraterrestrial landing here, and, like, obviously there ain't no bullets, there ain't no missiles, there ain't nothing we could do against them, right? Who really gets to handle that? Does the aliens do, like, what if the alien shows up and says, "Yo, I want to talk to George Clooney"? You know, I don't want to talk to Donald Trump.
Yeah, I don't want to.
You know, like,
Or
it
they just may pick somebody we don't even know, bro.
right? Like, you're it.
Yeah, nobody ever heard of. Just some dude or woman or whatever.
Or we just
Or
eradicate
hybrid.
the
It'd
planet.
definitely be a hybrid, though.
Yeah, okay. Listen, they got to be
Human or alien hybrids.
Well, it's funny too because with like the Hollywood shit, man, I feel like that they've been kind of like just, I guess, getting us ready for it. Like, look at Men in Black, right?
Yeah.
Like, you look at Men in Black and it's like, okay, there's been real reports of actual Men in Black. But you also Hollywood portrays this movie like there's aliens everywhere. They're all around us. We'd never be able to tell.
Never be able to tell.
You know?
Which is, a lot of that shit is, you know, done off like actual intelligence. Like, most of their Hollywood stuff is actual intelligence. Like,
well, the CIA's got a program. So they have like a program where basically like they, Candace Owens was talking about it and how like they Hollywood kind of has to, if they're doing certain movies, they have to like run it by them, you know, and they'll make changes.
Check
and they'll
the
edit
script.
shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To, like, sometimes it's to do what they do, and then there's sometimes where it's like, all right, they don't want certain events in history portrayed a certain way. So it's like all of those cool American Saving Private Ryans, and they don't show all the fucking grimy shit that we do.
Yeah.
You know, they just make it wholesome.
Control the narrative, man.
Right.
It's like, same companies own the whole shit. So it's like, what do? We got media, we got the sports people, we got politicians, we got
Circus,
military, we hold the whole shit down. Who's to say they're not the aliens or the beholders? You know what I mean? Like,
Well, if you look at like reptilian shit, like, you know, the
what do you
bloodlines.
think about that?
Like the bloodlines, bro. Why is the Queen of England, well, she's obviously passed away now, but why does that bloodline matter at all? Why does it matter? And look at all the royal families throughout history. They all have said that their lineages trace back to the beginning of time. So if these people, like, let's put it like this, like, so like they say that the Windsor family, which is actually of Saxon-Coburg, a lot of people don't know that either, is that the British royal family was actually German, a German royal family, and then
They all breed.
Right.
They all.
but they can allegedly trace their lineage back to Jesus Christ, like to the Merovingian
It
bloodline.
makes sense.
You know?
Makes sense. Imagine all the shit they have.
Dude, they got everything.
Like treasures and
man, it's ridiculous. Look at all that
artwork and books and.
Well, look at the shit they were just. What was it? The diamond that was in the Queen's tiara or something like that was like from some country, and they just like fucking stole it back then.
I'm gonna need that, bro.
They
like walk.
How crazy! But this is how wild it is.
Yeah,
is like here we are in 2024. That family bloodline still matters for some reason. And they're allowed to have like stolen property of countries that they colonized and then just flaunt it on the face of it. Like, fuck it.
Who's doing anything?
Nobody.
Which is crazy because they talk the reparations for African slaves, right, in America. That would be a form of reparations in the real sense. Like, yo, give them their riches back, like, or give them that diamond back, or give them that painting back, or whatever you took from them. That would
everything you took from them.
Oh, that's a straight hustle. They're like, oh, how about reparations for the wrongs of slavery? Like, to give you money, like, people, descendants of slave paid them for that slavery. Like, Democrats are pushing it, like, but it's like, okay,
we're going to put you on a payment plan.
Yeah.
We're not going to give you anything that is actually yours, right? So like the reparations are cool. They're cool, but they're not like you're blessing everybody like with one time. Like, no, we're going to say, yo, we'll give you $100 a month for the next fucking 20 years.
We'll do this.
And we're not going to give you your communities back. We're not going to take crack out of the hood.
You don't have to give it. Yeah, just turn it back over.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Yes. That's a breakthrough for me. Because, like, I'm thinking about, like, damn, that's fucked up.
And it's the same thing with the British Empire, bro. It's just like, nah, you can't have your diamond back, but we'll put you on this payment plan, dude, and we'll pay you off over the course of. I don't know how reparations work, and I don't want to pretend to know, but to me, that's a government thing to do. It's just like, we're going to we'll give you reparations. It's going to take about 10 years for us to start doing them, right?
Yeah.
So, like, anybody that, like, actually, like, was, like, that person should have got them are fucking dead now, you know?
And then you got to go family, you got to go.
Plus,
you got to track your DNA and people, but, like, what if your whole shit got wiped? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. But they don't care.
They don't care. But I didn't think about the real reparations being like,
give us our shit back.
Here's this neighborhood back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, here's this building. You know what I mean? Take 10 young dudes, let them rock out, teach them how to build it or whatever. That's so fucked up.
No, we'll just pay you monetarily because this is, and we were discussing it when we were playing with the cameras the other day, but like the Democratic National Convention, like the Megan Thee Stallion twerking and the fucking like, that's what how like materialistic they think you are. You know what I mean? Like, and especially urban African American, we'll just say people of color. That's how, like, they don't want to talk about giving you your neighborhood back. They want to put Megan Thee Stallion out there, entertain you,
give you,
and then fuck. You know what I mean? People like, hype. And then be like, vote for Kamala,
which is a mind fuck too. Because like, nothing against Meg, she do her thing. She's
no, I ain't got nothing against her.
Yeah, one young woman who has a role, a following. Like, God
I just feel like you put her on a. Don't put her out there to twerk. Say, look, you roll Megan Thee Stallion out there and say, and you say, look, this is what we need in our communities. Like, but no, you put her out there doing the entertainment shit.
No, and then you do some ratchet shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then like, think about it. Like, she's a woman of color, right? So this is the first woman of color that's like stepped up, right?
Right.
So you have all this history, 400 years, the struggle, all of this shit. Like, you get that opportunity, and then you bring Meg Thee Stallion out.
Yeah.
Who speaks. Like, that's so fucked up. Like, just like for little black girls, like, oh my God, this is dope. Like, yeah, you might rock with her, but you're going to associate hoes with, like...
Yeah, and not to say Megan Thee Stallion is a hoe, but it's the culture
in her music.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's the idea. You're right. It's the content. It's what way is she coming out there?
Correct.
Is Megan Thee Stallion coming out there and saying to our young girls, like, hey, this is why we need to get out and vote? Or is she out there twerking, singing one of a ratchet song? And exactly, what is it? That's what we vote for? That's what we're doing?
But that's the Democrat shit, bro. They run all the cities.
Yeah.
Like, so we know what it is. It's 80 plus years, bro. Like, we all know. Look at every city. Like,
yeah,
we know what it is. Like it's like this, like the black vote, like blacks and like voting is like this weird ass thing, bro. Like, we don't really discuss politics.
Sure.
Like I never even, like, maybe like I could tell like how my dad was leaned or whatever, but he never was like, yo, I'm rocking with this dude. Like,
because again, for people that with the history that listen, how the fuck can you trust anyone?
No.
How do you?
No,
it's a pony show out here. They're trying to put like, and that's the problem. Is what was it? Segregation just ended.
Yeah, bro.
We're not even 100 years out yet, and really, realistically, I would assume, and this is just from my own personal perspective, is if that was the history you had with that country, again, bro, how do you trust anyone they put in front of you?
Yeah, like dad came up, 60s, like born in 49, so like living and shit, like Black Panther shit, like Vietnam, like he went to Vietnam, and in the Air Force, they were like flying Agent Orange. Like, he was in Air Force. He was an MP on the base, Vietnam, Philippines, right? Planes take off, it's like snowing Agent Orange. And they're just looking at it in amazement, but it's blowing like in the tents, in your bed, like hats, clothes, vehicles, everything, right? So like, it's dormant, like for 60 years, bro, and comes back, like bang, cancer. Like, but he went, he served, he did his thing, but rain on him, and there's a ton of veterans that like go through it, and but that, and then crack hits the city, like crack hits Brooklyn.
So you're coming home to this shit.
Coming home to this shit, right? And like brothers strung out or whatever, like neighborhoods different, like they robbed everything, like the crack epidemic, like, bro, to be outside, like in Brooklyn, like a kid, like fiends, like just looking for little valves, and the caps had the crack valves were these little plastic tubes, but they were colorful tops.
Yep.
So for us, like, oh, they're colors. That? Like, I know I would never like open it and shit, but I'm like,
what is
like,
this?
Just everywhere, bro. Like, that was like blades of grass, like, and we'd be outside, we'd play, like, what families pour, and then it was the projects, right? So both of my grandparents migrated from South Carolina, right? Still live on a plantation and shit. But the government ran a project. They built these buildings and they called it government projects.
Yeah.
So all of these black people moved up from the South at the same time, all into these buildings, these government housing buildings, right? So they all migrated. So like, you have all these black families living in the cities. And these government projects, they give you food, they give you shit, like
all the
teen
subsidies.
Centers, low rent, like power and shit. But it's like, that was a good democratic system.
Yeah.
That gave you crumbs, like, and took an entire population.
And think about the land that they had down south. So you gave that up for a promise from the government for these projects. And then look at them. Look what the project. Look that, we call them the P's.
The P, bro. And that's the same projects that are here today. Like, just there's people that's always in them.
Yeah.
But they're government projects, which is wow, man. Like, so like my dad lived in it. Like, he was born there. My mom was born there, right? And these projects, like, this is basically an experiment.
Oh, no,
it was an experiment.
It's exactly what it was.
Yeah, it was an experiment.
But the experiment was to jukes you. You know what I mean? Like, they juxed them out of the land.
Yeah.
Because now all that's gone. You know what I mean? So generations of whatever they had there, you gave that up, and then they stole that. Like, all right, we'll grease you for that real quick.
We'll take that.
Move you to the projects, introduce shit like crack.
Yes.
Heroin. And then destroy the black community. Like, it's the craziest. And they're still doing it. They got in trouble. The government got in trouble, bro, for what was it? It was like poisoning people in Georgia or some shit like that. I gotta look it up, dude.
They were poisoning people?
Yeah. So essentially, what they were doing was fuck, dude. Now I'm gonna fuck up because I forgot how to. Let me see. Government.
Fuck it, though. Shout out Flint, Michigan.
I know, right?
Fix that water, yo.
Did you see that they were allegedly getting close to like a pipeline out there or something?
Yeah, I mean, how long has it been there?
Program. Atlanta. It was in Georgia.
Georgia?
Yeah, so they were essentially poisoning people and weren't telling no one.
Were they like monitoring them for like illness?
No, damn. I can't even believe I'm fucking drawing a blank on this shit right now. It was back in the day, though, and they were poisoning people, and they weren't fucking telling nobody, and then people were getting sick, you know, and then they found out that it was like an entire government program where they were like, oh, it might have been, they were like, oh, shit, fuck me, dude. Government program, Georgia, poisoning.
It wasn't the STDs, was it?
That was the fucking
Tuskegee.
The Tuskegee Experiment. And it was something kind of like that.
Similar to it?
So it was like similar to that, yeah. But they were giving them dudes syphilis.
So, yes. And then
sent them home. Or, yeah, the Tuskegee Experiment. We'll grab that real quick.
Yeah.
Tuskegee Experiment. Get the wiki. So the Tuskegee study of untreated syphilis in the Negro male is how it's quoted. Informally referred to as the Tuskegee Experiment or Tuskegee Syphilis Study, was a study conducted between 1932 and 1972 by the United States Public Health Service and the Centers for Disease. So this is from the CDC, no doubt. On a group of nearly 400 African American men with syphilis. The purpose of the study was to observe the effects of the disease when untreated. Though by the end of the study, medical advancements meant it was entirely treatable. The men were not informed of the nature of the experiment, and more than 100 died as a result.
Jeez.
So they infected these men with syphilis to see what it would do untreated to people. So they didn't tell them. And then just said, fuck it. They're in the military, so we got to do tests on them anyway. They don't know about it.
Military.
And that's the military. That's the government.
See, that's the shit that you can't unsee. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is, how do you trust anyone?
How do you have any trust?
How do you trust the people that have been, and this is, people fucking talk a lot of shit for like being like, when we question the government or the authority in the world, this is shit they've been doing since they fucking formed and were organized. These motherfuckers have been caught over and over and over, and they're still getting caught over and over and over again. So really, when it comes down to it, why do you trust any of them? I gotta find it. I'm gonna have to find that shit because it's bringing up the.
What's it bringing up?
Oh, so no, so it was Alabama. My bad.
Okay.
And it was the Tuskegee Experiment. That's where it was conducted. Oh, wait. Let me see.
Alabama.
Yeah, Alabama.
That was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and the study took place in Macon County, Alabama, the county seat of Tuskegee, referred to as the Black Belt because of its rich soil and vast number of black sharecroppers who were the economic backbone of the region. The research itself took place on the campus of Tuskegee Institute. So that's what they do, though, you know. And it's like we can't front when we look at the hood, right? So what are there? There's fucking liquor stores. There's fucking the crack, the coke, the fast food, all of the beef patties, the shit that it's to me it's like all the shit they want you to be on, all the shit they want you to be doing, you know. So it's like, or what was it? Newports. What was it? They said that there's they said that Newports, like Newport cigarettes, were like introduced into black communities, like in particular. Like, so like you go to the fucking Midwest, you got nothing but cowboy killers, Marbs and cowboys, and then you go to the hood and you got Newports and the menthol cigarettes, the more addictive.
Majority smoke Newports.
Because they're more addictive, though.
Yeah.
The menthol.
Give them a little more for you. They had the coolest sign, I remember, in the 80s, like coming from on the FDR. They had like the huge Newport with like a lit up cigarette on it.
Shut up.
And I'd watch it literally for like a half hour driving out of the city. But now with
it's subliminal.
It's in my head.
Yeah.
Like I did used to smoke Newports though.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, that's it. But
they were around.
But that's what I'm saying. Is
Lucy's.
Lucy's.
Yeah.
You know,
a couple of Lucy's, bro.
And you know, it's funny because I had a conversation with somebody the other day. Is like how, when we're from the hood, so like we know what crackheads. Like if you and I go into a corner store, chances are it's like get a drink or something like that. But we'll see like that crackhead like go ahead of us and be like, yeah, let me get the glass rose. Let me get the chore boy. And what bugs me out about that, though, is that it's readily accessible. You're not going to Stewart's, which is like a coffee shop in our area. Yeah. You're not going to Stewart's and getting fucking a glass rose and chore boy.
Oh, man. Yeah.
And you go to the hood, you go to these little bodegas and shit, and it's there, it's ready. And they're just break it off for you.
Yeah, I had a homie, Abdul, on Lower 2nd Ave. Go in the store, he's like, what you want, my boy? You want some chore boy? I'm like, yo, stop playing with me. He's like, you want a rose? I'm like, yo, bro, like, shit's not a joke. Like, just fucking with me, though.
No, sure, but
I knew it. Yeah.
You know him.
Yeah.
But he deals with that shit all day long. So, like, for someone that, like, I'm sure he built that relationship with you because he knew that wasn't you. You know, but he's still willing to push that shit. It's not like it's not accessible.
It's one of the best environments ever. Like, you might have the crackhead in the back sweeping the floors.
Yeah, definitely.
Rando's in there, drunk dude, like, drug deal happen, like, fight might break out, like.
You never know.
Nah, you never know. Like me, you go in the store, somebody say some stupid shit, bumps you or some shit. Like now we're fighting. Yeah. Like it's just how it is. Like shit can happen.
But I love it. But we try to help like as best we can it's a hard environment to change at this point. You know, you just got to let people know that you're there for them as human beings and like, look, you ain't got to do certain shit.
Yeah, that's why I step back from a lot of that. Like, I do more one-on-one shit with younger people now because it's like, you can't save everybody, bro. Like, I'm out there, like, whatever, like, trying to help or trying to build, and, like, cats are doing drive-bys.
Yep.
It's like, bro, I can't be out here. I just can't. It's not that I'm scared or I'm a punk. Like, I just don't want to be around that shit.
Well, yeah, it's a certain energy. Certain vibe, bro. and it's cancerous.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, and especially in our area, like it's gotten a lot younger than when we were. When I was young, like the OGs and everybody was like, you catch them and there'd be like 20, like 18, 20. You'd have a couple younger cats, but nowadays it's like 12, 13. They're out here shooting people. Yeah. They're out here fucking killing dudes over stupid shit, social media.
Some of them kids are even hard to even communicate with, bro. Like they speak a different language.
But think about their developmental years, right? So like just through COVID. So like say a 13-year-old right now just got pinched for shooting someone. The last 4 years of his life or her life is been no communication, no real human interaction, no real care.
Speak about it.
You know, there's no real, I guess, compassion in a sense, you know, because the world is like so connected but disconnected.
Disconnected, yeah.
So it's like everybody's connected real fast, quick, fast.
Bro, I feel alone all the time.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a weird,
like,
lonely
I just
feeling.
feel like I'm connected to mad heads, but there's only a few.
Yeah,
you know
you can actually feel good with.
What are these connections about?
Yeah. Well, that's why, like, with our team, man, is like we all have a certain vibe. And that's why we all kind of gravitate towards each other, because we can be comfy as ourselves.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have to put on the masks and the fucking bullshit.
No fucking masks.
We get to sit down and be ourselves. And with zero judgment, man. We got homies that fucking are pieces of shit, and we got homies that aren't.
Yeah.
It's that simple, you know?
Real talk. Real talk.
But at the same time, like and I'm sure everyone has those friend groups and stuff like that. But really, the world is too connected. It's too connected, because at a certain point, you can't fucking, like, there's no desire to jump out in the real world.
It's still like a block, like everything's blocked. It's, the fact you spit that up, like, people forget, like, we went through COVID. That's a global traumatic experience.
PTSD shit.
Of the whole entire globe, bro.
Kids missed years of school.
Parents, people dying, like the whole shit. Like, but we're just good now.
It's great.
Let's cheer for Meg Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
Let's go. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing?
It's the same. It's the same on both sides. Right. Yeah. You know, but what are
Kid Rock.
What are we even doing?
They brought Kid Rock out, Hulk Hogan. Like,
that's what I mean.
It's WWE out here.
But it really fucking is. And at what point do we get hip to this shit? Now we're hip to it. There's people that are hip to it, but as a population, like, they just don't, like, is there still that many people that are like, oh fuck yeah? Like, obviously you see the rallies packed out, you know what I mean? Like, the fucking all that shit. But
I don't know, man, about a rally. I haven't really been to any, but I don't think I would go cover one. Like, I would definitely go.
The only one I've ever been to was the Black Lives Matter rally when it came to Troy. Like, and that was just
was wild.
That was pretty wild, dude. It was non-violent, but at the same time, we had a lot of people that were involved, so we were there to support. And regardless of what Black Lives Matter turned out to be politically, the grassroots movement was still, let's fucking hold the police accountability. People of color should stop being fucking killed. Rest in peace. What is it? Massey there. She got shot in the face by fucking.
Kitchen. Oh man.
You know what I mean? Rest in peace. But at the same time, like, this shit's still happening. You know. And
that's a thing with, like, Trump. You know what I mean? Like, he's talking about giving them immunity. You know, like,
giving it back.
Like, he wants to get the police immunity.
Oh my God.
Like, because we back the blue, you know what I mean? Like, no, there's errors, like, mistakes are made. Like, you can't do that. Trump on the economy, like, I think he'd rock it, you know what I mean? But there's shit too, you know? Like, I'm more on some practical shit. Like, you know, if someone has a good idea and I think is good, like, I could fuck with it. You know what I mean? But it's like, it's not a good look either way.
Yeah, well, I think what we know, unfortunately, is that even though either party, either candidate, this person, that person may have a great idea, they may have a great perspective, what are they going to do when they actually get into office, and what are they actually going to follow through on, as opposed, because really, let's be real,
they're gonna get rich.
Let's be real, a lot of them don't fucking follow through. They get into these offices and they do some shit, they do the bare minimum, and then they say, well, damn, this has been a tough 4 years. Yeah, dude. You know,
and the money's coming for you every day.
Yeah,
like, they're sending bad bitches after you in the bar, like,
oh, they're trying to get
at the
you,
gym,
bro.
like, hot chick, like,
Stop
you're like
it. Yeah.
thinking it's natural, like when you do something like just the blackmail stuff like that,
Yeah.
or like
That's Washington.
You just
sure.
find an envelope with $1 million cash in it. Like, do you keep it? Or do you give it back?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
do you report it?
you took that? Now you're ours. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's how it really works, especially with shit like the BlackRock thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, there you see Trump doing the BlackRock thing, but they were just talking, like, there's reports right now that, what was it, Mitch McConnell and somebody else were getting kickbacks from the Ukraine. Like, they were, like, fucking receiving kickbacks. Like, they were...
Was it Schumer?
Let me check.
I think it was Schumer.
Let me check. That'd be wild if it was Chuck Schumer. He's from New York, right?
I didn't dig into it, but I thought it was wild. But it's like, that's like common knowledge. I guess these people get paid, make millions.
But that's what it is. Yeah.
Nancy Pelosi.
I know. Imagine she sold all her shit right before this.
Yeah.
That's another thing I had on the list was this fucking stock market crash. Like,
got murdered, man. Everything took a hit.
well, yeah, because they're just tanking shit now, and here we go. There was another thing that was on the list is that, like, we had an American base hit by a missile strike or something like that a few days ago, allegedly
in Iraq.
You know, and here we are. Next thing you know, we have the fucking shit going on in Lebanon. We have the assassinations. Iran is about to attack shit. Israel's already been attacking shit. Poor Palestine, bro, has been pushed to the fucking, like, the very bottom now, because these motherfuckers are like, that's how crazy the news cycle is. But yeah, these are all these tensions that are coming with those kickbacks, and everybody's like, oh, the economy, the stock market crashed. Oh man, what's better for the economy, war or peace?
Let's go. Yeah, and like Ukraine lost like generations, like their men wiped out, and mad Russians too. Like, it's just like, I'm looking around, bro. Like, we're still doing this shit.
We're still doing this.
Like, how long, bro? Like, come on. Like, the system's currently not set up to run efficiently. So we always gonna have beef. And you gotta spread the love. Mind your fucking business.
Well, you gotta tear down the borders, bro.
Yeah, bro. Imagine if we all just was like, fuck the war shit, like, and just did technology, build shit.
Yeah.
Like, we'd be light years ahead.
We'd be crazy far ahead, but unfortunately, the people in charge who have led us down this path have made it to where it's like, oh, okay, well, you're a Christian, you're a Muslim, you're a Cowboys fan, you're a Giants fan, there's so many areas of division, as opposed to, like, there's more reasons to divide with people than there is to come together, if that makes sense. Like, think about it in everyday life, like, even coming down to playing like a card game, it's me versus you, and it's like, who's got to win now?
Who's got to win?
You take, like, our animal competitive nature, and now you fucking start vying for for power, who's going to win. And that's in every aspect of life.
We need to revere something too, like, or a higher power, or like.
You want this?
I'm good, bro. A higher power, like, we're always looking for it. Like, you know, you were talking about us being bred a certain way. Like, all of this shit's tying in, man. All the UAP, UFO shit, extra dimensions. Like, I feel like everything's being played out. You know what I mean? And like, I'm observing it, but it's all coming together.
Yeah.
Like a full understanding, like without dogma, without what I've been told, true discovery.
You really have to break through all the biases.
Yes.
So like everything that you were ever taught from a young child is 99% a lie. You know, so like just everything for every person. This applies to every person. You know, it's not just to anyone in particular. But you were programmed by someone above you that kept the program going.
For 7 years, like that program, you're downloading to that kid. So like, I've been trying to be conscious of a dad of that, like, like speaking like real shit. Like, no, you can do it. Like my one son would be like, I'm a loser. Like, little voice, like, no, you're not. Yeah. I'm like, son, there's no losers in this house. We're winners.
Right.
Like, just like cues, because he's learning.
Sure.
Like, I don't want, fuck that loser shit.
Yeah.
Like, we're winners, you know what I mean? Like, but that's like part of that programming and who you are. And you gotta, you know, some get dealt a shit hand with that stuff, or some in the mid grades. But it's your journey. You gotta make it.
You gotta make it.
No.
And you have to see perspective.
Yeah.
So in that case right there, you always want to program a child to be like, no, yeah, you fuck that. We get after it.
Yeah.
You know, we control our win. You know what I mean? In a sense.
Yes.
We're not just gonna get down on ourselves and be like, no.
Yeah.
You know, and we have to be conscious of that, of our children, because, and I actually had this conversation with my sister not too long ago, is like, I can't be the dad that's like, yo, do this, like, because I said so.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm going to guide you. But ultimately, you are a little human being. I'm going to give you what's right, what's wrong, what society's going to think, this, you know what I mean? Like, and from my own personal life experience, but I can't sit back and be like, yo, Mariah, nah, or I'm having a bad day, come to the crib and be like, nah, you're in trouble, because you know what I mean? Or like, I
take it out of
like, nah, bro, listen, we all have a life experience, and it's up to you to decide what it's gonna be. Mm-hmm. You know, but
I like that.
All I can do is be here and show you how to protect yourself.
Yeah.
Show you how to be a fucking animal out here, or not, you know, and prepare you for what this life experience can throw at you.
Can throw at you. You know. Can be.
So I'm both, but Cam's super well adjusted, and then Mariah's she's funny as shit too.
Yeah.
So. And she's a young female, so like I really wanted to instill in her like that fuck off. Like I don't care if you're a dude, a chick. Yeah. No, I am me. Yeah. Like there's no one over me. There's no one.
Give her that strength. Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Because she knowing what she's gonna face.
Yeah,
out there. Yeah. You know. And that's dope, bro. Yeah. Like, give her that voice. Like, she's not gonna let nobody.
Yeah, you ain't got it's already there. Nice. It's already there. You speak your truth, bro. You speak your mind. Listen, I ain't never gonna get mad at you for speaking, you know, your shit, you know. Obviously, don't be a jerk. but not a lot of people are conscious of that shit with their children, you know. And it's like, well, most reasons why fucking fathers and sons hate each other, or mothers and daughters hate each other, because you want to control as opposed to guide. Like,
to guide. Yeah, the control's nuts. I try to let them figure things out, have decisions. Like, I'm not gonna let you jump off a cliff.
Well, you got two little boys,
yeah.
dude. And come on, we were all fucking reckless as children.
Yeah.
You know, so it's it's a little tougher.
I just crack up, bro, because like I get to live like through them, that little boy in me.
Yeah, of course.
Like through them, which is dope. Like, oh shit, like this is fun. Like, let's do this. I used to watch this. Like, yeah, fatherhood is dope, man. And boys,
it's one of the funnest things for sure. Is it depending on how you do it. You know, it's like so. But again, some people can't have that experience because they're not. Think about it like this: we were left with what our parents left us. So, and in my case, in my family, there was a lot of trauma coming down the line. So it was like my mother and my father never dealt with their shit. So it manifested in certain ways.
Yes.
And what it taught me is like, okay, not to be like them ever. You know what I mean? Like, that shit stops here. Like, fuck that.
Yeah, that's like therapy. That's family of origin shit.
Yeah.
So like I could look back and like see what my dad's life, and then like his dad's life. Like, some families are straight alcoholics. Yeah. Right. Nobody kicks it. Like 4 generations, 5 generations of straight struggle with the booze. Like whatever. Like you could break that cycle in there. And if you don't, like, it passes down. And
eventually it's alcoholism. And then it's, like we said earlier, it's almost registered in your DNA. So your kid is now predisposed to have that addiction.
Yeah.
You know?
Which is wild, man. Like, this shit is just like...
But this is life.
Yeah. Shit's dope, bro.
Like, so, you know, but that's why we do it for the kids, is to fucking give them the better life experience, or at least we want our kids, we always say we want them to be better.
Yeah, shout out to you too.
Work on your shit.
Dude's been holding it down for years as a dad, always there, always showing, always present, like, get locked up, like, whatever's going on. This dude, how much respect to you. I always like looked up at that, like, in you, like,
I appreciate that, bro.
Regardless of whatever else shit happens in life, like, you know, this man's like there for his kids, like, what up?
Yeah, no, again, bro, because it's a no-brainer. You know, it's like that's the future. It's always been the future to me. It's like, that's what we're leaving the world with. Yeah, you know, so it's like, what can I do? Can I make them fucking spoiled brats that are entitled and all this other shit? Nah, man. We're going to be cool people. Yeah. We're going to fucking give back.
It's all fucking love, bro.
We've always, my kids and I have always done like the food pantry shit. We every year we do the toy drive, and
you know, bringing back the dinners at Lodge, bro. Yeah, little ones, like, just like there, you know what I mean? Like, just dope, you know what I mean? They don't Cam and Ryan for years, bro. Like, as kids, they've always been there, and you've always included them. Yeah, like, to cool shit, and exposed them to a ton of people. Yeah, like, that are gonna make you talk to them, fuck around with you,
bro, and
push you.
Different kind of people, too.
Different kind of people.
You know, and that's the thing is we want to put compassion out there, but we also got to teach them to. This is some people that this is all right. So this is a person you shouldn't be like. Correct. You know what I mean? Correct. These are examples. That's like, look, this is this person's evolution.
Yeah. That's who they are.
That's who they are. You know, and some people are stuck there, bro. I've said it a lot lately. It's like I've seen a lot of dudes, a lot of people that are like the same person with different names and different faces. Like the same. You're the same category of person. Like, you're like, it's, I don't know, it's weird.
It's it is. They're just there.
Yeah, there, just there to exist and then just do the same repetitive shit. Like, it's tough, dude. I know it's not easy for everyone to have new life experiences and shit. You know what I mean? But like, again, we gotta evolve out here. If we can't evolve, you gotta move, man. If you're not moving, if you're not living, you're dying.
Real shit.
Straight up.
Real shit.
You know?
Yeah, like, you gotta move, man. You can't. I mean, this shit's hard for everybody. You know what I mean? Like, figure it out, but you gotta move, especially for the kids, bro. Kids.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
I'm moving for you.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to move for my house, but I'm gonna move for you dudes.
Yeah, and it's a weird world we're living in right now, man. I'll tell you, just seeing how this shit's playing out with everything, with the, like we said in the course of this episode, like the wars, the politics, it's not a bright future, dude. Like it doesn't bring, when I look at it, it doesn't bring me hope. You know what I mean?
I guess
it doesn't bring me dread either.
Nah,
but it's not hopeful.
In spite of that shit, I'm like, I'm just gonna have a good time, spread love, chill with my people, because it's such a large scale. It's like, touch one person,
yeah,
give them a little jewel and a nugget to hold, like, to help move them forward. You know what I mean? Like, piece by piece, like we could rebuild and move this forward.
That's how it has to happen.
Yeah.
You know, it has to be, you know, like, it's so funny too, man, because I'm sure you can relate, but there was a time where motherfuckers would call us a nut. Like, we'd be the crazy motherfucker. Yo, Edwin, you smoke too much weed, dude. The aliens and the conspiracies and shit. And
yeah.
We're living it out, like, and now people are starting. Ever since COVID, people are starting to open their minds, and
people are waking up.
Kind of look past
which is
it.
Nice. Maybe there'll be some big shit. There'll be a big awakening.
A collective awakening.
A collective awakening. I like that.
Yeah, it might be the return of Jesus. Nah, just, you know.
It very well could be.
You know. No, we'll see.
Yeah,
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, he's supposed to crack the sky. But then, like, Iran and those cats are waiting for Mahdi.
For who?
Mahdi.
Who the fuck is Mahdi?
He's like a Jesus for them.
Okay, so he's a different
returning prophet.
Okay,
like,
so
they're
he's
waiting
another
for him
character.
to crack the sky. But, like, it's the same, like, turmoil needs to happen for them to crack the sky.
Yeah.
Like, they'll come in right before the brink and save the day. So you got two sides that both are waiting for.
It's so risky.
If you include Israel, they're waiting for their Messiah too.
Sure are.
Because, you know what I mean? Like, you got three religions there, like,
And they're huge. Huge. So this isn't like just, you know, the little Christian sects. You know, this is like billions of people.
Damn.
And again, look at the division. My God is my guy is better than your guy. And it's like, this is like, we're like two promoters right now, right? We're trying to set up.
Promoting.
We're trying to set up.
dope.
We're trying to set up the Jake Paul and the fucking Mike Tyson jammy.
Yeah.
That's what we're setting up, bro. And it's like, all right, over here I got I got Christianity. I got Muslim, and you got Christianity. All right. We're going to sell tickets to this shit. Like, that's what, because really none of them are swaying on any of their shit. You have some conversions where people convert.
In between, but the base is like, nah.
Yeah.
No debates.
There's no
We're not
debate.
debating.
Yeah.
It's closed off.
Yep. And certain religions, you have to convert to even like marry in or
Marry into it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That'd be crazy. What if all three came back?
That would be wild.
Like in some dope, like, spaceships. Like, like, here we are. It's all three of us. Like, the whole world is like, they're done. We're done.
Yeah.
We're done. You crack the sky as that leader that all of these religions have been waiting for. You're a god.
Yeah. Oh, no question. No question. And you, I guess, ultimately unite everyone in a one, like, religion type, I guess. Because something would evolve out of that.
They'll rule together.
Right. Something would evolve out of that. But dude, this is what I'm saying. Even into those ancient times when these religions were formed and there was division, it was like this person. And what's crazy to me is there's no hard evidence if we're looking like, look, I'm not allowed to believe that aliens are entirely real because I've never seen one physically with my own eyes, right? Evidence, right?
I could be one. I mean,
you could be, right? But we both could be. Who knows?
Yeah,
you know, but
he's a fucking.
but at the same time, when we look at it, it's like you got Jesus, you have fucking Yahweh, you have, you know, or would you say, what is this? What the
Mahdi?
Mahdi.
The Mahdi.
Or even Buddha. You know, it's not, right, it's not like specific to one, you know.
I wrote this story in college of, it was Jesus, Buddha, Krishna, and Muhammad.
Okay.
And they had to fight the devil.
No way.
And together. And they all had like these powers based on like whatever.
Sure.
Like whatever their religion said and shit. And I got like a D on that shit.
Stop it.
It was wild. Now I was on I think it was on Lexapro. That shit was fucking like fucking with my head. But sure. I wrote it. It's a dope. I just put them all together. How cool would it be for them all to just like.
Well, and it's wild because they all preach the same thing they all preach the same story without the human added, like you can tell, like when you read the Bible, you can be like, all right, there's the story of Ezekiel, but then there's like shit like how it's real. I mean, sexist in a sense, you know what I mean? Where it's like, you can tell where it's like, a dude wrote this.
A dude wrote it, yeah.
And he wanted some sort of control or some sort of power out of this statement. And you know what I mean? Like, it's weird, like follow the 10 Commandments or live in hell or sin or something like that. You know what I mean? But that shit's wild to me. That shit's wild, dude. It's control. It's all control.
Yeah.
If we could have the original story, that's why we're not allowed the original story. They give us these ones. Give us the original of each one. Without all the popes, without all the fucking what are they called there over there in like Saudi Arabia and shit, that like crown princes and shit, like anybody that's touched
the royals
or had a say in religion. Where's the original? You know?
Who's the original? I think it's just universal, bro.
They're all the same.
Yeah,
they all teach love at a certain point, but they all teach war too.
Dogma, yeah. A lot of war, man. The Bible's definitely violent.
But this is what is going on in the Middle East right now. That's like this is the basis of all of that. Is the religious effects. This is God's war, bro.
They're following Revelations now, which is crazy because I'm like, how are you following? Are you just following the book? Like, because the things like are playing out, like speaks of Russia, Iran, China, right? Forming in the north, like coming down, like for Armageddon to hit Israel. Like all of these countries, like surround Israel, like, and try to destroy it. Like they put their like the entire world comes against Israel.
Right.
And then that's when Jesus comes back. So it's like those partnerships. So like to me, I'm like, okay, the book clearly states that. Like, is this part of their plan, like that they're just following? Because like if you speak about it years before and then now.
Well, it's still, to me, it's super broad. So it's like, all right, so at some point, all of the countries that are different from us are going to line up against us.
Come for us.
To me, that sounds like one paranoid motherfucker that's like trying to get preemptive in a sense, you know what I mean? Like, oh, we have to be ready. So we have to, like, this would be the natural course of things to us. If we're doing like we got hit, okay, now we're going But yeah, all of those same countries that aren't us, because think about it, who's really supporting Israel like that other than the U.S.? I mean, I'm sure there's certain countries, but at the same time, the U.S. is backing.
England, normal
Right.
cats. Why isn't this solved yet? Like, it's like
This is genocide, bro.
yeah,
This is genocide.
it is.
At this point. And where's the accountability? Where's the people? Again, here we are. And think about it like this. When it comes down to it, and the Jews and the Muslims have been going, this ain't a religious war. This is a terrorist war.
Yeah.
But guess what? You're still eliminating the other side no matter what. You're still continuing this religious war against Muslims that's been going on for eternity.
Yeah. Muslims versus Christians.
And really, that raid on that rave gave them every bit of excuse to go and say, "Oh, now we're getting ours back." But now they've been killing, and like you said earlier, what was it like? There was a video out there of fucking Israeli soldiers raping Palestinians.
Yeah. Yeah, I just thought they were saying like I haven't confirmed these reports that there's Jewish men who come to the prisons because it's the law that they get to rape. It's the law.
That's wild.
Like, so to them, like, the law is higher than.
Now, do we know if this is fucking?
Look that up, because
yeah, let's see if that's true.
I've been hearing a lot of on the.
So we're going to Google that. So Jewish
These are
law. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what it pulls up. All right, according to the Talmud, no.
anything.
It's not bringing anything up. Let me see what we got here. Talmud. Yeah, I just want to make sure we fucking make sure that's true. A lot of shit we can leave a little vague.
Nah, we gotta pinpoint that. Oh, Talmud.
So this says the Talmud's outdated morals in relation to rape. But it says it's a serious crime. Yeah, I can't find anything on that. But, like, I mean, during war, bro, like, with the soldiers and shit, I can totally believe that shit. Like, because I believe that happens with fucking anybody that's over there, you know, soldiers.
Yeah. Like, check this out, man. This is Deuteronomy 22. If a man comes upon a virgin who is not engaged, and he seizes her and lies with her, and they are discovered, the man who lay with her shall pay the girl's father 50 shekels of silver, and she shall be his wife, because he has violated her. He can never have the right to divorce her.
What? That's in the Talmud, or that's
This is it's saying it's under it, but it's calling it. It's Deuteronomy 22.
Oh.
Old
Well,
Testament.
I mean, if that's listen, that's the shit that drives me bananas though about these like religious organizations. This is like you fucking almost give an excuse for rape. Like you say, 50 shekels to the dad.
Yeah, 50 shekels. Then there's more like a better cases. This is more like an English cases concerning one who rapes or one who seduces a virgin girl, and must therefore pay the girl's father 50 silver shekels. and cases concerning a defamer who falsely asserts that his wife was not a virgin when she married him and brings false witness who testify that she committed adultery while betrothed to him, who must therefore pay the girl's father. What? 100 silver shekels as well as receive lashes.
Damn, that's the law? What the fuck?
Like, you know, you can rape,
yeah,
violate, take her as the wife, pay her dad off, and she's got to stay with you forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah, that's wild. That's insane, bro.
So you're like taking whatever you want. I mean, why? She can't be engaged though.
Well, yeah, of course. Because
how do you know?
Well, they have their shit, don't they? Like, don't they wear certain things where it's like if they have their face covered, or I'm not entirely sure how it works, so I don't want to fuck it up. But
yeah, I'm not
I know they have certain customs to where like they would be able to tell if this girl was.
Can you imagine? My wife's not a virgin. It's like that's just like.
But that's the weird shit about like some of these countries,
but
though,
people
bro.
Believe it. Like they still practice that.
No, this is
that
shit is still happening in predominantly in the Middle East. But there are places where the age of consent is fucking pretty young, dude. Like disgustingly young. Like even some places in the United States are like fucking 14, 15.
Yeah, I think Mississippi might be. We gotta look that up because that's crazy.
Yeah.
See what like some of the youngest ages are. But
when it's backed by religion, though, that's the issue.
Who
though.
Are you to
like
question
God. Who are you to question God?
Yeah, like you gotta battle with God. Take that up with God.
Take that up with God, bro. And how often has that been used in over the centuries? Fucking ages. Whoa. But yeah, it's insane, bro, because this shit is around the world. We'll do around the world. Yeah. So the age of consent around the world varies from 11 to 21, but the most common age ranges are from 14 to 16. And in some countries such as Saudi Arabia, Yemen, Libya, Iran, Pakistan, Qatar, there is no age of consent, but people must be married.
No age?
Zero age of consent.
No age?
Yeah. So, and this is what's kind of strange though, is that these people again are dictating this by religious law. So they're over there with children that are stupid young, wives that are fucking 6, and it's totally cool. It's totally acceptable. So that's dictated by religious law. That's what they believe. Believe God should have.
So if you're naturally, say you're in a religion, right? And your ultimate goal is to believe like 1,000%, right? Is that the goal? Like if you were truly pure in your religion, you would follow all of it. You would have to.
You would have to.
If you're real, if you really want to be.
If you are really real in your religion, absolutely. And I'm sure it varies. So just to put it out there, there's new wave shit.
But just don't get hurt. That's what he's trying to say.
Right. Right.
No bitch assness.
So, but either way, yeah. So you would live accordingly to what God says. So again, we don't experience it anymore, but there's like this God that's like, no, you have to do this, and this. Yes. That means pray however many times a day. That means hit the mass, hit the little money bucket. Plan. Yeah. You know what I mean? You raise your kids a certain way. You can only have sex missionary. Yeah. you know what I mean? Like, And this is, you would live by that. You would live and die by that, because the only way to get to heaven after this is to live by that.
It's to live by that.
It's the only way.
That's wild.
And that's people's story. That's people's like, oh, okay, God is this. So if in order for me to get to heaven and not go to hell, go burn in hell, because everybody's programmed like that.
Internal damnation.
Yeah.
That's a threat. That's like living under a threat.
Constantly.
Right? Yeah.
No, constantly.
I was afraid of going to hell.
Yeah.
Like, I was like petrified. I thought I wouldn't be a good person if I didn't.
Right. And being a good person doesn't take that nudge from a religion or something like that to be like, okay, well, if you don't, you're going to hell. No, you should do it anyway.
Petrified.
Yeah. Some people are, man. Listen, when I was younger, bro, a lot of people don't know, but when I was younger, like, I've read the Bible.
Yeah.
Because I love weird shit. So like when I was like, oh, word, this is fucking aliens and
it's a dope book.
Not aliens, but this is like book. Angels and demons. Yeah. Oh, this is hard. But then like when you get to Revelation, shit gets scary. And then you like
scary, yeah.
And then you look at like movies back then when I was a kid was like the original Omen. Like so you had Damien and the fucking you had that was poke the kid up like scary shit. Lady jumping off the fuck. This is for you, Damien. Hangs herself off the porch. Like, it was some scary shit. But back then, it's like, oh, damn, well, shit, what if, bro? Like, damn, what if that's the case? But then at the same time, it's like, then why the fuck would you give me free will?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
I looked at it. I'm like, nah. Like, bro, like,
what's the point?
This shit is some crazy experience. Like, I highly doubt like you're being graded hard on it. Like they're like, yo, you're fucking up, bro. Like, you're fucking up at your chance. Like, you're doing the best you can, bro.
For some people are pieces of shit, but we'll just put it. I'm
burn, you heathen.
No, but there are people that if there was like the classical idea of hell, there's people that belong there.
Maybe you go there. Maybe you go in your own hell, your own personal hell. Who knows?
Yeah, we'll see.
Maybe like, you put yourself there. It's not really a god.
Well, yeah, you definitely put your form, whatever energy.
Could be a fucking brown dwarf somewhere.
I know, dude.
Just chilling, and this is
you're
it.
Exiled there.
This is it.
You come back as someone's anal beat or something.
Just walking. Like, there's just the realm of possibilities, bro. I know the shit's a tinderbox out there, Hang in there, people. It's you just got to get up, do the best you can, spread love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Share the knowledge, share the podcast. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's all peaks and valleys.
Yeah.
It's always going to feel like you're down, and sometimes you're going to feel like you're up, but you can't ever fold.
Nah, it'd be tough, man. It's like, especially for us, like, researching all this shit all the time.
It's a lot.
We take that shit in all day. It's like, but still be positive. Like, so this is our therapy session to unload that shit.
Hell yeah, we are. And it was crazy too, because on this episode we dealt with like family therapy shit. Fuck yeah, we touched a wide base of shit, and we're looking forward to putting out the new content. We have new cameras and shit.
So let's go.
We gotta play with them a little bit, and then we'll have them all set up, and we'll get that shit busting out too.
Yeah, get some reels going.
Clips.
Clips. Sharing that knowledge, getting it out there to the people.
Yeah.
Just having a good time, bro. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah, no diggity. Well, we'll wrap it up there, and
Let's go.
Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, give us a share, follow Swervin on Instagram.
Yes.
What is it? It's at Swervin10.
Yep, Swervin10, 10.
Yep, and like I said, he's gonna be a full-time partner in the podcast now, and we're looking forward to making some fun shit, man. It's gonna be fucking cool.
Yeah, if you want to hear us talk about something, a subject too, hit us up in the comments, DM us. we'll cover it.
Hell yeah, we'll try at least. Yeah, and especially if it's like a particular topic.
Yeah,
you know, it's like, yeah, let's give us a fucking week to research it, and we'll dive down the rabbit hole.
That'd be dope. Get some working on getting some guests up here too, and do some things. And Ed's killing it. Been killing it for years. Like, it's like 40 plus episodes.
Yeah, this is 40. This is 43.
43.
So we're coming up on 50, bro. Yeah. So we're coming up on a milestone.
50, yeah.
We're gonna do the giveaway, and again, what did I say? I said, well, what we're gonna do? $100,
500.
Well, 500 subscribers. We'll give away a $100.
Let's make it like $200 gift cards. Yeah.
All right, so a $200 Amazon gift card, and we'll do it randomly with our subscriber list, and or whoever is the 500th,
that'd
subscriber.
Be dope. One of those.
We'll sort it out. We'll work the details out. Also, keep an eye out for the Turkey Drive flyer. We're going to be putting together the Turkey Drive soon because we're getting close into that season. Yeah, and then following up after that is the 5th annual toy drive.
Toy drive.
So every year we do these things to help benefit our communities. If you guys can help out, definitely help out. And let's make it happen. But hit that subscribe button. Follow us. Peace out.